Hey friends, welcome back to the channel with more of the Big Bang Theory. This is season 2, episode 9. Last time, Howard drove the Mars rover into a ditch, tried to destroy all evidence that he was involved whatsoever, only to realize the Mars rover discovered evidence of alien life on Mars, and so he gets zero credit for that. Super, super funny. And yeah, he did all this because he was trying to impress Stephanie, but Stephanie found herself very attracted to Leonard instead. And wow, seems like that's going to be a storyline that's going forward. They could just have her be a one-off character for one episode, but it feels like this is going to be the first time we see Leonard in an actual relationship. So it'll be cool to see what he's like. Anyway, guys, excited to continue. If you want to watch the full reaction or you want to see episodes a week early, you can check out Patreon in the link in the description below. Otherwise, take a quick moment to leave a like and let's get started.
Hey, Sheldon.
What is shaking?
What is shaking?
So, do you find the weather satisfying?
Small
Are you currently
talk.
sharing in the triumph of some local sports team?
What's wrong with you? You're freaking me out.
What's wrong with you?
Sup?
Sup?
Please don't do that.
When you have something awkward to discuss with someone, it's more palatable to preface it with banal chit-chat.
You have something awkward to discuss?
So this wasn't the awkward part?
No.
No.
All right. Sup?
Sup?
Oh, good. I used that right. Anyway, you're aware that Leonard has entered into a new romantic relationship, which includes a sexual component?
One way to put it. She looks
It's
woozy.
really awkward now.
What he may have left out is how important this relationship is to me. Yes. Of the handful of women Leonard's been involved with, she's the only one I have ever found tolerable.
Excuse me?
What about me?
The statement stands for itself.
Well,
Rude.
aren't you sweet.
It would be most helpful that she not see you as a sexual rival.
Yeah, I think she's pretty safe.
You say that now, but consider the following scenario. You're sitting in your apartment. It's late. Suddenly, even Leonard seems like a viable sexual candidate.
Oh man.
Really?
Yes. Now, should that happen, I would ask you to find some way to suppress your libido.
Okay.
I could think about you.
Whatever works for you.
Always nice talking to you, Sheldon.
Peace out.
This was supposed to be a romantic evening, wasn't it?
And you said there'd never be enough pasta for the three of us. A handful of dry pasta, about an inch in diameter, is sufficient for each person.
It's very interesting.
Thank you.
She doesn't mean it. She's just being nice.
Sup? Uh-oh, okay. There we go.
Have you ever witnessed a violent crime?
Would you like to?
No.
Good. Where did you do your medical internship?
Lawrence Memorial in Galveston, Texas.
That's where I was born. When I was 12, I got to ride there in a helicopter.
Oh, wow.
What happened?
Radiation burns.
Oh.
A little mishap while I was building my own CAT scanner. I was briefly able to see the inside of my sister's guinea pig, Snowball, before he caught fire. It led to an interesting
Holy crap.
discussion in our house. Not a snowball's chance in a CAT scanner. When I come back, just for fun, the subject will be alternative history. How would the Civil War have gone differently if Lincoln had been a robot sent from the future?
Okay.
Look at that. There's even pasta left over.
Do you understand that this was supposed to be a date?
I do. Do you? You've been in a foul mood since I sat down.
Why did you sit down?
To help. Look, if you
To
fail
help.
this relationship, and history suggests you will, then we risk losing the medical officer that our landing party has always needed.
What landing party?
A landing party.
You're Kirk. I'm Spock. Wallowitz is Scotty. Kutherpally is the guy who always gets killed. And now we've got McCoy.
So, we're all
He's not here too, is
looking
he?
at the post-op X-ray, and right in the guy's chest cavity, one of my earrings.
Oh, damn.
Oh my God! What did you do?
Sewed him up and left.
Discreetly.
I have a bone to pick with you, but your companion left the most indecipherable invitation.
You were not invited.
What movie? What theater? What time?
How did you find out? Did you enter every movie theater?
Here, wait here, I'll find us seats.
Oh no, we have seats.
Not the right seats.
Not the right seats. Ha! The acoustics.
What is he doing?
finding the acoustic sweet spot.
Ha!
Ha!
Does he always do this?
Sometimes he brings a toy xylophone.
Ho!
Oh. Is this the sweet spot? It was here all along.
Geez, you've been sitting in it all along. Leonard, you want to slide over one?
No, just sit here.
But that's my spot. Oh.
Tell me what you see here.
The blunt instrument that will be the focus of my murder trial?
This is Stephanie's Facebook page.
Stephanie Barnett is single.
Earlier this evening, she threw a digital sheep at some guy named Mike.
Okay.
Who's Mike? We're losing her.
Okay.
Tell him to bugger
I'm
off.
gonna make this. You are not in this relationship. I am. Ergo,
Not according to
you
Facebook.
have no say in anything that happens between me and Stephanie.
I'm afraid I can't allow that. Pursuant to Starfleet General Order 104, Section A, you are deemed unfit, and I hereby relieve you of your command. This is banana bread.
Okay.
This is a doorknob.
Banana bread. Oh,
Were you robbed?
this is the way it was before.
No.
How can you be sure? Leonard is failing in yet another relationship.
He's
Any
not.
problems with Stephanie?
I need to know exactly what Leonard did that caused you to pop an emotional cap in his buttocks.
What?
What?
Again, urban slang, in which I believe I'm gaining remarkable fluency. Feel free to include any and all shortcomings in the bedroom.
They never slept
We never
together.
got to the bedroom.
Because...
We were young, very much in love, but we could only communicate through a time-traveling mailbox at my lake house.
I have a question about dating and relationships.
This is highly unsettling.
You told me you were going to have the talk with him.
I've been waiting for someone to have the talk with me.
Oh no.
27 days with Joyce Kim.
During which he defected to North Korea,
Just 27 days?
2 booty calls with Leslie Winkle.
for which she awarded him the nickname Speed of Light Leonard,
Wow.
3-hour dinner with Penny.
which would have been 2.5 if they ordered the souffle when they sat down.
Based on the geometric progression, his relationship with Stephanie should have ended after 20 minutes. Dude, don't spritz them with that body spray from the commercial where the women undress when they smell it. That doesn't work at all,
Oh, Howard.
no matter how much you put on.
Ugh. They're not experts either.
Penny.
Not more banana bread.
What?
He has to knock that 3 times. Penny.
Penny. Zucchini bread.
Zucchini bread.
May I come in?
No.
No.
Where are you in your menstrual cycle? Female primates, you know, apes, chimpanzees, you.
You?
Which brings me back to my question. Where are you? Clearly, I'm 14 days too early.
Wow.
You had a little cheese dip, you farted. I thought it was cute.
Aww.
Hi, Stephanie.
Things are going fine. Sheldon, just leave it alone. Uh-huh. Oh, he's trying to make Leonard look strong. He's like, get over here.
Excuse me. What's wrong with you?
I'm helping you with Stephanie. When I fail to open this jar and you succeed, it will establish you as the alpha male. You see,
Give me that.
Huh.
Oh man, he's actually
Would
thinking
it work
about
if I just punched you in the face?
I'm not strong enough, Leonard. You'll have to do it.
it. Is it not loosened at all? Oh no.
Do you want some help with that?
No, I got it.
Oh, yeah, he's got it. And that's
I think
not
she's got
surprising.
it.
This is something I long ago came to peace with in my role as the beta male.
Making it rather obvious, aren't
Open
you?
it.
I'm bleeding.
Like a gladiator.
Oh damn.
Honey, you're gonna need stitches.
With a needle?
Well, yeah, I mean, just a few.
Is he getting faint?
Yeah, hang on a sec.
Alpha male.
FYI, I was defrosting a steak in there.
Ooh. Now it's got seasoning.
It's a shame it won't scar. The war
What?
wound is a time-honored badge of masculinity.
I can't remember a time when you weren't talking.
Hey, how's my big crybaby?
Didn't cry.
Hey, I'm just teasing you. But yeah, you did. All right.
As long as you're vomiting, coitus is contraindicated.
Thank you, Dr. Cooper.
You're welcome, Dr. Hofstadter.
Can I see your stitches?
Sure.
Answering the question once and for all why Wolowitz bailed out of medical school.
Leonard Hofstadter is in a relationship.
Oh,
What? No, that's not right.
he didn't do that?
Speaking
Sheldon
as an
did.
expert, way to look needy.
Speaking as an
You
expert.
went
I had no choice. He cried in front of her.
You've destroyed this relationship, and you want to know the worst part is you don't even understand what you did wrong because you can't conceive of something that you are not an expert in.
In which I am not.
Don't even.
Oh, I try to fix his grammar.
What's wrong, Lassie? Timmy fall down the well?
Lassie. Ah.
Stephanie Barnett is in a relationship with Leonard Hofstadter.
Ooh.
Look at that. I have a girlfriend.
If I am permitted to speak again, Dr. Sheldon Cooper, for the win.
For the win. Mwahaha. Glad Stephanie stuck around for more than an episode, and Leonard officially has a girlfriend. Good job, Leonard. Stephanie's fun. She's rather patient too. I have to imagine dealing with somebody like Sheldon can be a little much for some people. It's not for everybody. And Sheldon was trying to talk with the urban slang this episode. I think we're just so used to him that it throws people for a loop when he tries to act like everyone else. Sup? And then the banana bread and the zucchini bread. I don't think I've had either, but I hadn't even heard of zucchini bread until today. And I mean, I can imagine what banana bread tastes like, but zucchini bread? I've always felt like zucchini doesn't have too much of a taste. Does it just add a bit of texture to the bread? I don't know. Anyway, despite his new manner of speaking, Sheldon's lack of tact still shines through. Stephanie is the only partner of Leonard's that Sheldon's found tolerable. What about me? Penny asked, and the statement stands for itself. Frickin' Sheldon. And he keeps coming back to her too. Pop up, Penny. 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 And I like how she opened the door after the second knock that last time, and he just had to knock one more time. A little bit of OCD there. And he asks her about why her relationship with Leonard went south, and I don't know that we even got a full answer to that ourselves, and I guess they left it vague on purpose. And she winds up giving Sheldon the plot of some movie that I don't know, and that I feel like I probably should know. And then he comes back that last time, apologizing for going too far in the previous conversation, and then immediately asks her how far along she is in her menstrual cycle. Gets the door slammed in his face. Sheldon. But yeah, he took what seems like a scientific approach in helping the two of them, Leonard and Stephanie, get closer together, trying to get Penny to lust after Leonard so that she'd give off all kinds of hormones that would make Leonard seem like what did he say, viable sexual candidate. But he didn't realize that they were going to be just fine without him interfering. And for what it's worth, it doesn't seem like he slowed down their relationship progress all that much, though she might have jumped Leonard's bones a few times more if Sheldon hadn't been around. And actually, I haven't even mentioned the episode titles for any of the episodes I've watched so far, but they're always fun. And this one was the White Asparagus Triangulation, and Sheldon tried to show that Leonard was the alpha male by failing to open that jar of white asparagus and have Leonard do it easily instead. I love how Leonard is so annoyed at Sheldon this whole episode, and then upon hearing this plan, he's just like, oh yes, I want to be the alpha male, and he tries and fails to open it. When I think of Leonard, alpha male is not what comes to mind, though honestly, I think society's obsession with like gender roles and whatnot has evolved beyond that. And like, Leonard tried last season to one-up Penny's ex-boyfriend and got picked up. Just like, be who you are, be genuine, stop focusing on what society believes you should be. Like, obviously work on yourself and be the best person you can be, but like, don't play these games of pretending to be macho to win cool alpha male points. Winds up hurting himself, needing stitches, throwing up. The whole mess. I'm glad Stephanie still likes him after that. But Leonard's also a little too nice and doesn't just tell Sheldon to get lost and give him and Stephanie some privacy until he blows his lid at the very end there. And I think his anger is justified, but Leonard definitely bottles things up a little too much and isn't the best at setting boundaries. To be fair, he tries, and Sheldon is very difficult to deal with. Maybe Sheldon actually isn't willing to listen until he's yelled at. So I don't know. I don't actually have friends as difficult as Sheldon. I actually don't think I've ever yelled at a friend or a romantic partner before. Like, I've had fights and I've had arguments before, but I didn't like being verbally abused as a child, so I never wanted to do that to anybody else. I actually had nightmares for a while in my early 20s of a voice yelling, and it terrified me, and I couldn't figure out who that voice was in my nightmares, because, after waking up from a dream, everything seems very blurry. It didn't occur to me until several years later that the voice in my dream was my own voice yelling, and I've never really heard myself yell all that much, so it didn't occur to me that it was my own voice. So yeah, dreams kind of manifest what is in your subconscious, so confronting that... Wow, I'm getting way off track here, but I'll finish the thought. Dreams kind of manifest what is in your subconscious, so confronting that, realizing that I was afraid of being angry because of how I was raised, and how that made me bottle up my own anger definitely helped my mental health, just figuring all that out. I used to bottle up my emotions like Leonard, only they wouldn't result in exploding in anger. It would more be like breaking down in depression instead. Therapy definitely helped with that. Anyway, there was this focus on Facebook at this episode. My transition there was just about as smooth as Sheldon's transition when he was talking to Stephanie. Have you ever witnessed a violent crime? No? What is your favorite fruit? Just no segue, totally unrelated topics, unless she witnessed a violent crime with her favorite fruit. Anyway, they were talking about digital sheep on Facebook. Did I miss that? Like, this episode was in 2008. I looked it up, and I joined Facebook in around 2007, but I don't remember there being digital sheep. I remember the Great Poke Wars. If I knew then what I know now, I could have automated the poking and no one would have stood a chance. Just complete annihilation. But it's interesting. The early days of Facebook on this show. Yeah, the ending of this episode with the relationship status was funny though. Yes, Sheldon should not have interfered, and Leonard had every right to be angry for the invasion of his privacy. Also, have a better password than Kal-El, Superman. But the relationship status wasn't the huge death blow to a relationship that Leonard thought it would be. And even if she did think it was him being too needy, she would definitely believe him if he told her that Sheldon was the one who did it. Like, she clearly knows that he has no sense of boundaries whatsoever. But yeah, she's really into him and changes her relationship status too, which Leonard shouldn't just let it go with Sheldon just because it worked out fine. But Leonard being Leonard, that's probably what he'll do. And Sheldon, Dr. Cooper for the win. The urban slang, just, too much. Anyway, fun episode. They had more Star Trek references. Sheldon wanted Stephanie to be their Dr. McCoy. He does kind of think of himself as Spock, which we've seen over the course of these episodes. Howard is Scotty, and Raj is the guy that dies every time. But Leonard is Kirk, the leader of the group. That's interesting. And hard to imagine him as any sort of leader, though he does seem to be the one who really holds this group together. I'm glad that I can still enjoy the Star Trek references, even though I have just a passable amount of Star Trek knowledge. I feel like those series are something I would really enjoy if I had the time to go watch all of them. Fingers crossed I'm rich one day and can retire and do whatever the heck I want. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like, really helps with the channel. Full reactions and early reactions on Patreon in the link in the description below. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye, friends.